Good evening, everybody. Joseph Hooks, founder director of 40 Club. Thanks for having me. Thank you, Councilmember Sayles, for having this. I've definitely seen you've been invested in community voice, engaging youth voice, which is very key. I just commend you for the Youth Advisory Board that you host. I think everything we do should be youth focused, youth led. Youth engagement is really important because they are the now and the future. My daughter's 2.5, and I have a three-week-old daughter. I would ask them, but I'm still paying attention, right? Not much sleep, so forgive me. But I think it's just very key to have this. Shout out to my table. Just want to piggyback on community safety. We just talked about identifying the neighborhoods and finding champions and winners like Ms. Adama that have the trust of the community to share these resources, to be a trusted adult that can communicate with key stakeholders. We know the neighborhoods. We know where the assets are. We know what the funding is. We need to spread it out and make sure people have trusted people to get it, to work with each other. Many of you may know who the 40 Club is, but started 11 years ago. It's the amount of minutes I spent working, training, and mentoring the youth. But then I've had the opportunity to expand and work in the Wellness Center at 4 high schools, do out-of-school time through MCPS. We were at 2 middle schools. Collaboration Council, doing work with the Cider Mill. So I don't really want to talk much about myself, but I think what's really key is just getting this information out, having consistent funding and opportunity. One of the things I see Street Outreach Network here, we should have more opportunity for safe spaces. It seems to be a strain to have our youth engaged in these places. I'm a big advocate for the Lake Forest development and a rec center, but I think we need your help to keep advocating for a place to be. When they're with us, they're safe. I know Donald Davis always says that, so that's very key. But ways we think we can get engaged, I think, like I said, just go where they are. We know who's suffering, and I will always say this I said this to, I think, MCPS or the board. The streets have less requirements than we do. Every time we need to do something, oh, we need this, give me this form, tell me this, how many people in your household, give me this information. The streets are like, come on, man, sell this drug, take this, do that. We got to make it easier because we're competing with the streets, all right? So we got to have better access. I think the county does a good job on reaction, but we need to be proactive, preventative in the front. So not waiting for someone to check a box to say, oh, now we can help. I was a student athlete. I fell through the cracks. I had my highs and lows, and I think we just need to continue to grow. And like I always say, my mom says, hide the medicine in the applesauce, as someone said, incentive-based. I have a student athlete mentoring program where we have student athletes pour back into the community to teach the game of football. So find out what people are passionate about, and that's how they can give back. Get a stipend, get workforce development, be encouraged, care about your community, have a little kid be safe. So I think we just need to expand on that. Many schools, parents, teachers, kids ask me, how can I join? Well, sadly, I can only serve where I'm contracted. Otherwise, the county won't pay me for a picture or volunteering. I have a family to feed, I have staff. It's kind of like Diego said, we don't match the need. We need to look at where things are and put programs and services there, especially with our African-American community. I don't know where we can walk into a door and say, I need help. I see the jails always open, right? Different things like that, but I think we need to continue to see and make sure things are equitable and accessible to everybody. And lastly, I would just say, just transportation support. I got 15 kids I need to take to PG County to play football safe on the weekend. I don't know how to get them there. So we got a lot of resources, county fleet vans, trucks, vans, and stuff like that. I think we need access and support to help people who are running programs, Street Outreach Network, partner with them many times, but I know there's some parameters with the weekends and hours. So just that's it. I think we just continue to get you voice, continue to have these meetings, and let's go to the neighborhoods and, buy back the block. Thank you.